We all know there are two major modes of delivery. It's either you deliver your baby via vagina or you deliver your baby via C-section. C-section is also known as CS or caesarean delivery or caesarean section. In this video, I am not going to be deliberating on which is better between the two modes of delivery. I'm not going to deliberate on them talking about vagina is better than which one. I am not going to be saying that in this video. That is not what this video is all about. This video is basically all about my own experience because I am a CX mom. I just gave birth not quite long and I gave birth via CS. It was an emergency CS to be precise. Let me introduce you. Please keep watching if you are interested in watching this video. Like my video, share my video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. So basically, cesarean section or CS or cesarean delivery, it is a major abdominal surgery. It is also a surgical procedure whereby your baby is being delivered from a cut. The cut is also known as incision. The cut is being done on the lower abdomen and the uterus to bring out the baby. This procedure is usually done when vaginal delivery is not safe or possible. However, it is also being done when the health of the mother and the baby is at risk. Usually, the scar of CS is usually a thin line, and when healed, it is usually barely noticeable. Basically, CS scar or CS stitches takes about 6 weeks to get healed, provided it is not infected. And of course, it depends on individuals. So basically, this is me sharing my own experience about cesarean section. I recently delivered my baby via emergency CS, and I'm going to be telling you my own experience after the CS was done. I was actually induced, and after the induction, according to my video, if you are yet to watch that video, my labor and delivery story, I'm going to link it in the description box, so you get to watch it if you haven't. So I was induced, and I didn't go for that from 7 cm, so I had to be operated on. And after the operation, it took about 30 minutes or thereabout. We have my daughter here, and I will be sharing with you my own experience. So after the CS was done, I didn't hit. It was on a Monday. No, it was on a Tuesday night. Yes, I delivered Tuesday night. It was on a Tuesday night. The CS was done about 8:30 p.m. I was in the labor room because the emergency CS was done in the labor room. So I was in the labor room till the next morning. When the CS was done, after being injected, after being given epidural, I wasn't myself. Like I was seeing, every vision was blurry. So it was blurry for a couple of hours till about the next morning. And when it got to the next morning, I woke up and I was still laying flat on the bed. My back was on the bed, so I was laying on the bed, and I was told to stand up. That can I stand? And I'm like, yes, I can stand, because I was told some people that are being operated on, they will have to lift them or carry them to the recovery room. But I don't know if I was just being strong or whatnot. I walked myself. It was basically myself, but then I was feeling empty because I didn't have any strength whatsoever. So I shall walked myself to the recovery room, and when I got there, I found out that it was difficult for me to breathe. Aside from that, it was difficult for me to sneeze. It was difficult for me to even speak loud. I was saying, have you done that? Have you done? That was basically how I was talking all through the hospital. I spent I think it was 4 days in the hospital because the pain was unbearable, and a couple of things happened which I'm going to be sharing in another video. So that was why I stayed up to 4 days in the hospital. So I realized that in the recovery room, I can't shout, I can't laugh. Like it wasn't possible for me to laugh. It wasn't possible for me to cough, to the extent that I was giving what's it called? What do they call anti-cough? All this cough syrup. So I won't be able to even attempt to cough, because even me attempting to cough is a huge deal on my stitches. Like I was being stitched on my lower abdomen, so it was difficult for me to cough. It was difficult for me to poo. Like I wasn't even, I think, aside from all the injection that I was given before the CS was done, the drugs I was given, I think it helped me not to even attempt to poo, not to even allow poo to come. Then after I left the hospital, I started like having urge to poo, and it was a huge deal on me. I was literally holding my tummy to be able to even poo the little one I pooed. And I realized that I was feeding truly on fruit, because fruit will help me, enable me have a soft stool and all of that. It was helping me, with the healing and all of that. And of course I realized that I couldn't bend. Like it was difficult for me to bend. I had CS mom, they don't bend. It is recommended that you don't bend, and also recommended that you don't lift anything heavier than your baby. You don't try to lift it. I even thought that one is a sweet talk, like not lifting anything heavier than your baby, because I realized 6 weeks into the process, I started healing. And when it was about 6 weeks in after my delivery, I realized that I got much better. Like from the onset, I got much better, aside from how I was at first, and I got more strength to walk and do house chores. So that fateful day, I washed and the clothes was much, and I thought I was going to be able to lift it, and I lifted the clothes. I went to spread it on the line, and I realized that a few minutes after I did all of that, I had a huge pain in my tummy. Like it was like moving from 100 to 0. I was feeling this heavy pain, and I got to realize that it was because of the heavy clothes I went to spread. It was because of the heavy this thing I lifted. So please, if you are a CS mom or you are looking forward to undergo the surgery, please have it in mind that after the surgery, please do not lift anything heavier than your baby. And of course, I realized that laying on my tummy, you see, if you know me well, before the delivery or before pregnancy, I usually lay on my tummy. That's the best sleeping position ever. But after the surgery, I realized that no, it can never be done. Sitting was a huge deal on me. You know, I'm going to be breastfeeding my baby, and I have to sit upright, because I realized that laying down is also painful, and laying to breastfeed a baby is not that ideal. So you have to sit up, and sitting up, oh my god, sitting up was a huge deal. It was very painful. Then aside from sitting, that was very painful, I was literally feeding on warm water, because I had warm water will help me contract my sutures and all of that. You know, this old mama tales. The child said hot water will help me, I shouldn't take cold water. And up till now, like till the time I'm filming this video, I am still not I've not started taking cold water yet. I'm still on warm water or room temperature. So drugs, I cannot overemphasize how much drugs I took. Like I was literally feeding on drugs till about 7 weeks, 8 weeks into my delivery. I was literally feeding on drugs. See, the drugs I've taken, in the last 8 weeks, I've not taken it in my 29 years on earth. Like it is that much. Like from antibiotics to pain reliever to vitamin C to blood tonic to all of that. See, you see, my face is still very much lean. I don't know if I'm losing weight or whatnot. Yeah, I lost blood. And another thing I experienced is back pain. I'm still experiencing the back pain. The back pain I had, it is from the epidural that was given to me before the CS. But the back pain hurts. The back pain comes when you least expect it. You can be doing stuff and you experience the back pain. It is that deep. And another thing I experienced is urinary incontinence. Like urinary incontinence, if you are not familiar with what that is, it is a situation whereby you have no control of your bladder, whereby you sneeze like this and a little bit of urine drops. You don't have the control of your bladder, you don't have the control of your urine. And I think it was due to the catheter that was inserted to my private part before the surgery was done. So then another thing I experienced is wound infection. Oh my goodness, that was a huge thing. Like pus was coming out from my wound. It took a lot of time and drugs and energy and strength to get it healed. And up to now, up to the time I'm filming this video, it is not yet healed. It is remaining just small thing to get healed. Wound infection is like, it is not a big deal. Like I'm not the first person that will experience it. Like at first I thought the whole world was coming to an end, because like I literally thought, what's this? I thought the stitches was meant to just heal up within few days or a couple of weeks, but then it got worse when the wound was infected. And the infection that I mean was like the stitches, you know, when they stitch a line like this, and one here, the other here is healed, and the middle one is what's it called, open. Of course, pus will be coming out from there. And I started taking huge antibiotics from Augmentin. I started taking Astifa blood tonic, because as I'm taking the antibiotics, I'm going to be replacing it with blood, because it was drying a lot of my blood. So I started feeding on a strong antibiotics such as Augmentin. I started feeding on blood, what's it called, body pain drugs and all of that. It was a huge deal on me. Like I thought the whole world was coming to an end. I thought the whole world was against me, because it wasn't. Like I literally was in pain. I was in pain. I was in severe pain. The area of my stitches becomes red, becomes swollen, like become sore. Like I wasn't feeling myself. If I'm walking inside the house, I'm feeling like I'm a paperweight. Like I don't have the strength at all. It was now that I started getting my strength together. I started healing up. And of course, if you are undergoing CS, know that some part of your tummy will be hard. Like they said it, they said it will get better. Like it will be coming back. You know, the uterus now, let's say the uterus is like this, and when baby enters during pregnancy, it will be expanding. So gradual process of the expanding, that is the same gradual process for it to shrink back. So you can't expect what took a whole lot of time to expand to just shrink immediately. So it takes a whole lot of time. It's a gradual process. You cannot expect it to just shrink once like that. So basically, these are my experience. However, I think you don't have to dwell on the mode of delivery. The most important thing is for us to birth a healthy child. So basically, I think if I'm to ask, like if it was not an emergency CS, I think CS is a little bit fair for me, because CS, you don't have to push, you don't have to go through the stress of labor pain. Like if I had known that I'm going to be a CS mom, I wouldn't go through all the stress of doing exercise, going through labor pain or getting a gist. Like I would have just carry my popcorn, carry my drink, catwalk into the theater, and okay, bring my baby out. Like that is it for me. I don't know what is it for you. Share with me in the comment section what are your thoughts about my experience. If you are a CS mom, let me know what was a big deal for you during your healing process. This is mine. This is all I've experience. Like I wish I can just input my the pictures of my incision, the pictures of my pulse when it was coming out, the pictures of drugs and all of that, but I don't want this video to be scary. So basically, this is me sharing my own experience about CS. Like if I had known, like I'm repeating this, if I had known, aside from the pain and everything that comes with the recovery process, just cut up and bring the baby out. No stress. What is it for you? Share with me in the comment section. What is it for you? Let me know what you thought. If you are here to subscribe, don't forget to hit the red button below this video. It is absolutely free. Like my video, give it a thumbs up, share with me in the comment section. I would love to read from you. So guys, on to another video. Bye guys.